Anyway, I begin with the problem with you can't actually exit that close. You are only to speak to people because people will you.
Remember?
You are going to he can always start. Even when you don't just start you say have to he did
Remember, Sirin? Okay, read Bismillah. So, okay, before we do, okay, read.
ولا يبقى في ذلك الرجل إلا قادره يوازن حاضرة حسب فلان في رجل.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala Rasulil Kareem. This lengthy hadith we were discussing, you got the right page on there also, nah? The right page. This lengthy hadith we were discussing about the favors and the boons of Jannah, that people will be made to sit on beautiful, large, plush, luxurious seats, and they will see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this will be the ultimate delight in Allah, in Jannah, right? So the Prophet said, قلنا لا كذلك لا تتمارون في رؤية ربكم, like how you do not doubt or experience difficulty in seeing the moon, the sun like that. You will not experience any difficulty in enjoying the sight of Allah Ta'ala on Qiyamah Day. ولا بقى في ذلك المجد رجل إلا حاضره الله محاضرة. So in this whole majlis where the people will be honored with the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Nobody will remain except that Allah Ta'ala, if you look at it literally, it means Allah Ta'ala will come to him, hadarahu. But we know that Allah Ta'ala is free of space and time. So you can take the mustalzam meaning, that the meaning that comes, because Allah Ta'ala will speak to him, Allah Ta'ala will address him, وَحَتَّى يَقُولَ لِرَجُلٍ مِّنْهُمْ. To such an extent, Allah Ta'ala will speak to them. Allah Ta'ala will say to a person from amongst us, from this majlis, all the people, Ya Fulan ibn Fulan, أتذكر يوم قلت كذا وكذا. Do you remember that on certain day you said this and you said that? Alright? أتذكر that you said this and this. فيذكر ببعض غدراته. Allah Ta'ala will remind him with some غدرات, means like where he غدرات, you get a nice word, where he went against his word. You check it in the dictionary. غدرات. Ismail, you checked in the dictionary. He went, look, remember we took a pact with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Huh? Say again what you said? Yeah. Remember Allah Ta'ala took a pact. Remember alastu bi rabbikum qalu bala shahidna. You took the pact with Allah Ta'ala. You'll only worship Allah Ta'ala. You won't worship besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So every time you do something wrong, you engage, well, as a kafir, you engage in shirk or kufr. Or as a Muslim even, you engage in a disobedience, you're going against your pact, right? So بعض غدرات في dunya. So Allah Ta'ala will remind him that, you done this, you done that. Carry on.
يقول يا ربي أنت لم تغفر لي أكون فلا فبسبب مغفرتي خلقت منزلتك.
Right. So he says, Ya Rabbi, أفلم تغفر لي. Didn't you forgive me already for this? Like, how come you're discussing it again? Right? Then carry on. Yeah. So Allah says, فيقول بلى فبسعة مغفرتي بلغت منزلتك هذا. You see, definitely I forgave you. If I never forgive you, you didn't reach this place. Only because I forgave you. So there's no question of me having not forgiven you. I forgave you, but I'm just reminding you, right? فيقول ربي فبسعة مغفرتي بلغت منزلتك هذا, right? Carry on. فبينما هم على ذلك ها فبينهم I got there فبينما هم, okay. So whilst they are على ذلك, in that condition, غشيتهم سحاب من فوقهم. So while they're enjoying the company of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they're speaking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember this dunya, la tudrikul absar wa yudrikul absar. How you will enjoy Allah Ta'ala's company, how Allah Ta'ala will be present by you, how you will speak to Allah Ta'ala, that we do not know. Because Allah Ta'ala is not like anything created. It's not like something that will be in front of you. Allah Ta'ala's position. However it will happen, it will happen. That's when we make tafweer, right? Or you're going to make ta'weer, then you say it happens in a way that not like a created thing, right? Anyway, whatever it will happen, then something spectacular will happen. غشيتهم سحاب من فوقهم. Clouds will come, beautiful clouds will come from on top. فأمطرت عليهم طيبا لم يجدوا مثل ريحه شيئا قط. So the clouds will come from on top and it will shower down gently. It will rain down upon them. طيبا, fragrance, such beautiful fragrance. لم يجدوا مثل ريحه شيئا. They did not find like it anything ever. So such a beautiful fragrance will be rained down upon them that they never experienced anything like this in their lifetime. Carry on. Subhanallah. ويقول رب now رب says قوموا إلى ما أعددت لكم من الكرامة. Now this is not all. Now you stand up and receive what I've prepared. قوموا إلى ما أعددت لكم, from the honor that I've prepared for you, right? Subhanallah. فخذوا ما اشتهيتم, and take whatever your heart wishes. وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون. This is the things we should be competing for. This is the things we should be expanding our ages for, not for the dunya. خذوا ما اشتهي, right, carry on. You got حفت, they don't حفت, eh? Okay. فنأتي, then after this, subhanallah, we'll go to a bazaar, like a shop, whatever. قد حفت بهم الملائكة فيها ما لم, right. And yeah, this it will be such a bazaar. It will be حفت. The angels will be thronging around it. حفتهم الملائكة وذكرهم الله فيما, in the famous hadith. So it will be packed up. It will be jam packed with the angels. حفت بهم الملائكة فيها. Okay, so this okay. حفت به الملائكة, right? Then فيها, this now مبتدا خبر. فيها ما لم تنظر العيون إلى مثله. And in this particular shop will be things that, or this marketplace, or this place of trading, things that the eyes never ever see before. In other words, such opulent, luxurious things, right? And things which the ears never ever heard about. وَلَمْ يَخْطُرْ عَلَى الْقُلُوبِ, things which did not ever pass upon the heart, such things. In other words, such beautiful things that even the wildest imagination could not fathom. That's all. Okay, carry on. Right. Subhanallah. So such things that it never crossed them, even if you were to imagine your wildest imagination, you don't come up with such. فَيُحْمَلْ لَنَا مَا اشْتَهَيْنَا, it will be brought for us, that whatever we desire, it will be brought, it will be carried, right? Right? It will not be sold and not be bought. That's what the term means, right? The Bashar, ليس يباع, things that are not bought and not sold, right? Right. So these things that are so beautiful, opulent, luxurious, etc., things that are not bought and things that are not sold. Carry on. There's an interesting thing that will happen here. Something different now in the Kitab that was mentioned before. يَلْقَى أَهْلُ الْجَنَّةِ بَعْضُهُمْ بَعْضًا. The people of Jannat, some of them will meet some. Right? Like how you go to the marketplace here in the dunya. So you يَلْقَى أَهْلُ الْجَنَّةِ بَعْضُهُمْ بَعْضًا. People of Jannah, some of them will meet some. Like how you, even in this dunya, when you go out, you live in Salt Lake, you live in Roshini, you live there, you got the cafes there, you go to the cafes. When the ladies go out, they do get their stuff they need for the kitchen, etc., etc. Then you meet the local people, you meet your friends there. Like this, you will meet people there, right? So interesting. Remember, we told you that in Jannah there will be different classes. There will be different people that come from a higher suburb, people come from a lower suburb. So he's saying يلقى أهل الجنة بعض بعضا فيقبل الرجل ذو المنزل المرتفع. Then a person who's come from like a higher suburb, like how we say from the more uppy suburb, he will come, right? And he will meet someone who is lower than him. In other words, someone come from not such an opulent. Because remember, your abode in Jannah, it will be in relation to your amal, right? If your amal was of the higher category, then you will be in a higher place. If your amal was of the lower category, you will be in a lower place. So you will, the person from the higher category, you will meet the person from a lower category, right? Right. So فَيَلْقَى مَنْ هُوَ دُونَهُ وَمَا فِيهِ دَنِيٌّ. And it does could mean one of two things. One is this, he's saying, uh, there's nothing that is low in Jannah. There is nothing which is low. Everything is high, but only when you comparison. If you got two big things, like for example, you got two big guys or two big cars, you say this one is bigger than this one. It doesn't mean that the other one is smaller. That's the thing. It's only bigger in relation to this one. Are you with me? Doesn't mean it is. So, or you say this guy is taller than this guy, or this guy is more pretty than this one, or this thing is bigger than this. It doesn't mean the one is smaller. It just means that this one got more sifat of that. So when we say that same thing, when we say that a person will come from an area which is higher than the other area, it doesn't mean that the lower area has got any lowness in it. It just means it just in relation to that. That's what I'm saying. That's one explanation. And the other explanation I told you that the main problem comes when there's comparison. So the main problem is when there is a comparison and a person feels, you can say, deficient as a result of the comparison. But here, there will be no comparison. No matter what a person's condition is, he'll feel the happiest and he'll feel that he's got the best and nobody's got better than him. So even in this dunya, if a person can adopt the same attitude, right? You be happy with your lot. You are content with your lot. Then you will see that you will also be the happiest. You will experience, so to say, Jannat in this dunya. Are you with me? So that's what you said. That's what I gave you two explanations. وَمَا فِيهِ وَمَا فِيهِمْ دَنِيٌّ. Carry on. Right. فَيَرُوءُ مَا يَرَى عَلَيْهِ مِنَ اللِّبَاسِ. So he will be impressed by what he sees upon him from the clothes. So who will be impressed? Who will, that words, Ra'ayaru means to be like in awe, so to say, right? So what he's saying here is the person of the higher category, Fayaru'uhu, the higher category person. He's a fire, right? Right. Fayaru'uhu ma yara alayhi min al-libasi. So the person that comes from the higher suburb, whatever, he will be impressed. Ma yaru, right? Fayaru'u ma yara, what he sees alayhi, yani upon the person from the lower category in the libas, right? You understood that? You must don't get the style wrong there. The person of the higher category will be impressed with what he see. Like how, ladies sometimes, wow, what the outfit, such a beautiful outfit. Where you get this outfit here? Such a nice outfit, right? Carry on. So something similar to that. So the richer person, or not the richer, okay, maybe the person from the higher category will be impressed with what he sees in the person of the lower category. Right, carry on. Right. فما ينقضي آخر حتى يتخيل عليه ما هو أحسن منه وذلك أنه لا ينبغي لأحد أن يحزنه. So their speech will not finish. فما ينقضي آخر حديثه حتى يتخيل عليه ما هو أحسن منه. So the conversation will not end. That doesn't mean the conversation will not end. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. The conversation will not end until this person will think. يعني the person of the lower category. يتخيل علي that what I got is better than what he got. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it means there. That's who actually it is better, right? So why will and then the Nabi Sallallahu give the reason here. Can you look at the next one? Yeah. So each one, I told you, each one will think what he got is the best. وذلك أنه لا ينبغي لأحد أن يحزن فيها. That nobody will experience any grief on account of what he sees by the next person. Yes, another person might have something better. Another person might have something more opulent, etc. But you won't feel any like in the dunya when you see somebody that has something better, you feel hard so you wish you to have that also. Yeah, you won't have that experience, right? So لا ينبغي لأحد أن يحزن في right فيها. Nobody will have any type of grief, any type of malice, any type of the negative feelings. You know what we spoke about, أخلاق رذيلة, jealousy, hatred, all that type of thing. That is not so. If a person, like I told you, you have these type of qualities in the dunya, then you're already experiencing Jannat in the dunya. Carry on. Right. So after this discussion, ثم ننصرف إلى منازلنا, then we will return to our homes. Yeah. فتلقانا أزواجنا. So then the woman folk will meet the men folk, right? Right. So remember this here. So they will say فيقولنا جمع مؤنث نه مرحبا واهلا. This you do in your nahwa. This is asma'ul af'al. Actually ism, but it has the meaning of affair, that we welcome. نرحبكم. The tahqiq that you do. لقد جئت وإن بك من الجمال أفضل مما فارقتنا عليه. That literal translation, you have come جئت, you come to us. Wow is حالية حال. You come to us. وإن that what you minaj from the beauty is more than from that which you left us upon it. That's I give it a little word for word translation. Inna verily bika with you minal jamali from the beauty. Afdal, that is now the, you can say the khabar of inna, right? Afdal, more virtuous or more better. Mimma faraqtana alay, from that which you separate from us, which actually means like this here, that you've returned to us more handsome, more beautiful than when you left us, right? Carry on. Subhanallah. So the main focus is فنقول إنا جالسنا اليوم. جالس, فعل يفعل. When it comes to the فعل يفعل, it means it happens from two ways. Because we sat with our Rabb, and I told you obviously Allah Ta'ala is free from space time. Because we were in the whatever it is يليق بشأنه, whatever is appropriate to the shan of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Um, whatever it is uh, that we had enjoyed the company of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and maybe in account of that we also like subhanahu. So وبحقنا, what you got? و okay ويحقنا حق يحق. So it's only appropriate, not حقيقة. It's only appropriate أن ننقلب, that we return بمثل ما انقلبنا, that we return like how we return. That after sitting in the company of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that the effect must come on us. It's not possible that after sitting in the company of Allah ta'ala, we can return same like how we went. Obviously, by after sitting in the company of Allah ta'ala, we're going to return uh, in a different condition, and it is more handsome, right? Carry on. Right. رواه الترمذي وابن ماجه وقال الترمذي هذا حديث غريب. Imam Tirmidhi, Ibn Majah narrates, and Imam Tirmidhi, this is a hadith gharib. Right. So most of the stuff that's discussed here in this hadith is self-explanatory. The only new thing we discussed here was that you will enjoy the company of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this will be the greatest boon. In fact, there's another bab coming out when we finish here, when just a few hadiths away. Babu ru'yatillahi ta'ala. And the chapter will give detailed hadith with regard to seeing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Jannah. And I tell you that this will be the greatest boon, the greatest benefit in Jannah, nothing greater than this. So that was the only new thing. All the other things more or less was discussed before. Just a bit of tahqiq. Kuthbanul Misk. Kuthban is a jama. Yeah, Kuthban with a dhamma on the kaf. And the wahid is kathibun. But the wahid, kathibun, like a hillock, a mountain. So Kuthbanul Miski wal Kafuri will sit on little mounds or heaps of musk and camphor. Right, so that covers about more or less everything. Nothing extra in there, right? That anything else not clear in the hadith, just check it there. But okay, let's clear, everything is clear. Carry on next hadith, read the next hadith.
عن ابي سعيد رضي الله تعالى عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أدنى أهل الجنة الذي يستحقون أن اثنتان سبعون زوجة تنسب له حبة من لؤلؤ أو جليل وياقوت كان بين الجارية والعالم. وهذا الإسناد قال هكا من أهل الجنة المسلمين يكون ساكنين في الجنة أو يعبدون عليها.
Okay, stop there. Next hadith. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وعن أبي سعيد الخدري قال قال رسول الله أدنى أهل الجنة الذي له 80,000 خادم و72 زوجة وتنسب له قبة من لؤلؤ وزبردج وياقوت كما بين الجابية إلى صنعاء. Subhanallah. Look at this hadith. It's narrated by authority of Abi Sa'id al-Khudri. He said, Nabi Sa'id al-Khudri said, the Rasul said, Adna Ahli al-Jannati, the lowest, imagine this is the lowest of the people of Jannah, الذي له 80,000 خادم, will have 80,000 servants at his back and call, right? وإثنان وسبعون زوجة, and will have how many? 72 spouses, right? وتنصب له, this is referred to probably the Hurul in 72. وتنصب له قبة من لؤلؤ, قبة referred to like a dome, right? So it's referred to the opulence of his home, palatial home. It will be erected for him a dome, a minaret, min lu'lu'in, from pearls, was zabaradajin, is another precious stone, wa yaqutin, and emeralds, kama bainal jabiyati ila san'a, like what is between Jabia and San'a, is huge. I told you normally the Arabs were not, they were Ummi people, they were not so conversant with numbers and all that stuff. That's why many of the hadith you see size, time, etc. is explained by something physical that they can something relatable, right? وبهذا الإسناد قال من مات من أهل الجنة من صغير أو كبير. So what he's saying here, وبهذا الإسناد, with the same sanad here, right? It's from Azad Ba'is, Abu Sa'id Khudri, and what if, although the sanad is not mentioned here in Kitab, but if you look at the original sanad, there's also narrated, قال, read him, من مات
من صغير أو كبير يعدون بني آدم في الجنة يزيدون عليها أبدا كذلك بهذا الإسناد قال إن عليه الإنسان أدنى رؤوة منها تنبيه ما بين
Yeah. So with the same sanad also is narrated, من مات من أهل الجنة من صغير أو كبير. Whoever dies from the people of Jannah, obviously you won't die in Jannah means somebody is supposed to go to Jannah who dies in this dunya, right? يردون بني ثلاثين في الجنة. رد يرد means to return, but here it means basically he will be made, right? يردون بني ثلاثين. Here in certain riwayats, remember then, Salati wa Salatin, that a person will be 33 years old in Jannah, right? What age will he be? 33 years. So a person will be made the age of 33 years in Jannah, right? لا يزيدون عليها أبدا, subhanallah. And a person, for those who so worried about the dunya, they're getting old, they're getting wrinkly, they're getting gray. They're in Jannah. لا يزيدون عليها. You don't have to die, you don't have to go to the barber, you don't have to put anything. You will remain or one age, one color. You won't turn from black to gray or from blonde to gray. لا يزيدون عليها أبدا, right? وكذلك أهل النار, and also the people of the fire. وبهذا الإسناد, with the same sanad, right? It's also mentioned that the people of the fire, that Allah protect us, that those that will go to Jahannam, they will also remain at the age of, some riwayat say, between 30 and 33, right? This shows you that this is a very significant age in a human being. Maybe that's when the body reaches peak, your intelligence, your body, etc., in all aspects. قال إن عليهم التيجان أدنى, right? أدنى لؤلؤة منها لتضيء ما بين المشرق والمغرب. That people will have in Jannat crowns. And the crown, normally a crown is studded with precious stones, right? Studded. So he says, Inna alayha tijan adna lu'lu'atin. The smallest pearl in it, right? From it, la tudi'u ma bain al-mashriq wal-maghrib, will be so beautiful, so bright. It will be able to illuminate what is between the east and the west. وبهذا الإسناد, and the same sanad, قال المؤمن إذا اشتلى الولد في الجنة, when a believer desires, right, a child in Jannah, كان حمله ووضعه وسنه في ساعة. Its conception and giving birth and its age will be in one moment, right? كما يشتهي, as he desires. You wish you have children, you'll have children immediately. وقال إسحاق بن إبراهيم في هذا الحديث إذا اشتهى المؤمن في الجنة الولد كان في أهله ولكن لا يشتهي. So if a person had to desire children, it will all happen, not like in this dunya. First there must be conception, then there must be gestation, then there's the difficulty of giving birth, and then it's you have to wean off the child, etc., etc. Long story. But in Jannah, you won't have all of that will happen in one moment. So this I told you. But here the Rawi says, وقال إسحاق بن إبراهيم في هذا الحديث is that he says that a person won't want to have children. Maybe he'll be too busy enjoying himself, right? Rawal Tirmidhi, in this dunya, it's a natural desire that a person wants to have children to succeed him. He wants children to succeed because he's going to expire one day. He's not going to be here forever. He wants children to continue his legacy, etc. So in Jannah, nobody's going to die, so there'll be no need for that, right? Remember, I told you also, we discussed this, that although the Quran, the Hadith, وَلَكُمْ فِيهَا مَا تَشْتَهِي الْأَنفُسُ وَتَلَذُّ الْأَعْيُنُ, that whatever your heart desires, etc., you get in Jannah. But people won't have unnatural desires, etc. Okay, so everything in that hadith was pretty simple, evident, nothing. Okay, let's do one more, inshallah.
وعن علي رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن في الجنة لمجتمعا في الحور الجحيم يرفعن بأصوات لم تسمع الملائكة مثلها يقول نحن خالدات فلا نزيد ونحن النائمات فلا نبأس ونحن الراضيات فلا نسقط طوبى لمن كان لنا كنا له.
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وعن علي narrating the authority علي رضي الله تعالى عنه, he says قال رسول الله إن في الجنة لمجتمعا للحور العين, that in Jannah there will be a gathering of the Hur al-Ain, like how sometimes you have different people gather, sometimes the workers they have a gathering, etc. like that. I was just seeing, there was one clip in in Damascus. They had a gathering for all the sanitation workers. Sanitation workers, it means like Department of Health, and they had a iftar for them all. Like how different people of the same persuasion they gather. So here also the Hurul Ain, they will have their gathering also. Inna fil jannati la mujtama'an lil Hurul Ain. يرفعنا بأصواتنا, they will raise their voices, right? And they will have such beautiful, sweet voices. لم تسمع إلى خلائق مثلها. That creation never hears such beautiful, melodious voice ever before. You will sing in such a beautiful way. And what will they sing? They say, يقولنا نحن الخالدات. We are those who will never live forever. We will never die. We will never perish. فلا نبيد. We will never perish. ونحن النائمات. We are those people who are enjoying. فلا نبعث, we experience no grief. ونحن الراضيات, we are those people that are happy. In English they say what? A hungry man is an angry man. So here they say they will never become unhappy. They will never become angry, etc. with their husbands, with their partners. فلا نسخط, and neither will we become angry. طوبى لمن كان لنا. طوبى, according to some explanations, Jannat, a place in Jannat, and the other explanation, it just means glad tidings. طوبى لمن كان لنا. Glad tidings for whom كان, he is for us. وكنا له, and we are for him. Subhanallah, and we are for him. رواه الترمذي, Imam Tirmidhi narrates this particular riwayat. Okay, let's look at the next one.
قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم الجنة بحر الماء وبحر العسل بحر اللبن بحر الخمر ثم تشقق الأنهار بعد رواه الترمذي ورواه الدارمي ومعاوية رضي الله تعالى عنه.
Okay, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وأنا حكيم بن معاوية قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن في الجنة بحر الماء وبحر العسل وبحر اللبن وبحر الخمر ثم تشقق الأنهار بعضه. رواه الترمذي ورواه الدارمي عن معاوية. Directly authority of Hakim ibn Muawiyah, he said Rasul read the hadith again, okay? Okay, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وأنا حكيم بن معاوية قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن في الجنة بحر الماء. Really in Jannah is an ocean of water. وبحر العسل, and an ocean of honey. وبحر اللبن, and an ocean of milk. وبحر الخمر, and an ocean of non-intoxicating alcohol. ثم تشقق ثم تشقق الأنهار بعد, and from there the rivers will spring forth رواه الترمذي ورواه الدارمي عن معاوية. So we discussed, there are many hadith and there are many verses that speaks about the four famous rivers in Jannah, right? So that's showing here that these rivers will actually have oceans that will feed them. That, look at it. ثم تشقق الأنهار. What does it mean? From these rivers will come out, or from these oceans will come out these rivers. So generally, you get two types of rivers in the dunya. You get those rivers that flows from the ocean inland, the water from the ocean flows inland. You fishermen, And then you get those rivers that flows from the mountains towards the ocean. So this hadith is saying here that these rivers, the river of milk, honey, sweet water, and non-intoxicating alcohol, etc., etc., it will be fed with, it will be fed from the oceans, right? Okay, we stop there, inshallah. We can start with the tafsir. Switch over.